So you just ordered your new Tesla and you're patiently waiting for your big delivery day. As a new Tesla owner, there's a lot to be excited about, but there's also a lot you'll need to do to prep for your Tesla's arrival. There are tons of videos out there on what to do during and after your delivery, but what about before your Tesla even arrives? Well, as a seasoned Tesla owner, I'm gonna let you know everything you must and should do before bringing home your brand new Tesla. And I'll make sure this is the only video you'll need. So let's get into it. As always, we're gonna get straight to the point. But before that, I'd like to thank Recurrent for sponsoring this video. Make sure to stay tuned to learn how you can get free battery reports on your new Tesla later in this video. All right, on to number one. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is make sure you subscribe to my channel for helpful Tesla content like this, and the video you're watching right now, which can be helpful for newbies. Okay, but for real, the first thing you want to do is complete your pre-delivery tasks. This will include downloading the Tesla app, creating your Tesla account, and logging in to complete your profile and provide your registration and delivery details. This is where you'll select whether you plan on financing your new Tesla or if you'd like to trade in your current vehicle. As your Tesla delivery approaches, you'll receive a notification to complete your credit application and submit your trade-in inspection. Just a quick note, if you plan on financing your car, definitely try to use a credit union as they typically provide the absolute lowest interest rates. For example, I was to get 1.99 APR. After everything is submitted, you'll be waiting for your VIN, which you may need to be patient for since the time you receive it can vary due to various factors. Some people will get theirs the next day, and others, like myself, will have to wait months. I waited 3 months for my VIN, but I've heard others waiting much longer. This waiting period is where everything in this video comes into play. But while we're talking about the delivery process, I'll let you know what to expect before we move on. Once you receive your VIN number, you'll need to purchase insurance either through Tesla or a third party. All that's left to do after that is make your final payment, which will be your down payment if you finance, or your payment in full. You can do this online or in person on your delivery day, which is what I did by bringing a check for my down payment. If you guys want to check out my delivery day experience, you can check out the video after you're done watching this one. The next thing you'll want to do is prepare your home for charging your Tesla. When I purchased my Tesla back in 2021, it came with a mobile charger included, which lets you charge your Tesla using a normal 515 outlet, but gives you a slow rate of charge of about 3 miles per hour. It was a simple solution until owners could upgrade to either a NEMA 1415 outlet or upgrade to a fixed Tesla wall charger. Unfortunately, as of April 28, 2022, Tesla no longer includes the mobile charger, which means you'll need to purchase a charging solution or be stuck without a way to charge your car besides using a Tesla Supercharger station. So before you go out buying one, I'll help you out by explaining the 3 ways you'll be able to charge your Tesla. The most convenient place to charge your Tesla is at home overnight. There are 2 options for charging at home. The first is using the mobile connector. Tesla's mobile connector is a portable charger that comes with 2 adapters which let you plug into any ordinary NEMA 515 household outlet or NEMA 1450 outlet if you have one. As stated before, using a 515 outlet will give you about 3 to 6 miles of charge per hour depending on the Tesla you have, and is the slowest option. If you have a 1450 outlet, you can get about 23 to 30 miles depending on the Tesla you have. The mobile connector is the cheapest option and is great for a starter charger. Now, Tesla isn't the only company that produces charging solutions for Tesla. You can get similar chargers, some with more features for better pricing. I'll leave the mobile charger that I use in the video description. The next option for charging at home is the wall charger. This is a more permanent solution but offers much faster charging and gives you a ton of features. This charger needs to be hardwired to your electrical panel and installed onto a wall or post, which should be done by a qualified electrician. I've seen people do it themselves, but I wouldn't recommend it. Also, by using a qualified electrician, you can get local electricity incentives or even get a full refund from your electric company. I recently had a wall charger installed and received a full refund for the cost of the installation, which was about $600. The wall charger will give you up to 44 miles of range per hour and comes with features like auto sensing handle to open the charge port, Wi-Fi connectivity for over-the-air updates, remote diagnostics and access controls, variable amperage configurations, and more. Another great thing about the wall charger is that if you're unable to park your car in a garage, you can also have it installed outside, as it's also completely weatherproof. The wall charger is probably your best choice if you own a home and want the most convenient charging option. Just like with the mobile charger, there are lots of alternative wall chargers as well. I recently had an awesome one installed, and when you have time, you can check out a video I did on it here. But I'll leave the link to the charger in the video description as well. Lastly, the third charging option is to use a Tesla Supercharger station. I won't go into detail, but it's basically like a gas station for electric cars. There are currently around 40,000 superchargers globally and are accessible 24/7. These chargers are specifically made for Tesla and can charge your car up to 200 miles in 15 minutes. If you have an adapter, you'll be able to use just about any other electric vehicle charger, but these are far less convenient to use and not as reliable. A Tesla supercharger or other charging station would be your best option if maybe you live in an apartment complex or a condo without an access to a garage or power outlet. I made a full video on Tesla superchargers right here if you'd like more information on it. One way Tesla differs from traditional gas-powered cars is that it is a computer on wheels. And with that, your Tesla will constantly be updated, bringing you new features, security updates, and bug fixes over time, making your Tesla feel brand new no matter how long you've had it. To receive these updates, it needs to be connected to the internet via Wi-Fi. And since you'll either be parking your car in your garage or driveway, it may not be able to reach your Wi-Fi router. So before you bring your Tesla home, you want to test the connection strength in those areas to make sure your Tesla always has a reliable connection. I recommend upgrading your Wi-Fi system to a mesh Wi-Fi system. Mesh Wi-Fi works by using 2 or more devices or nodes to create a secure and strong Wi-Fi network throughout your home. You can place one of these nodes in your garage or near your driveway so that your Tesla has a strong connection to the internet at all times. This is important because you'll want to have the latest security updates installed before you get in your car in the morning. I recommend this reliable setup by TPLink, which I'll have linked for you down in the description below. The next thing I recommend you to do before your Tesla delivery is get yourself some must-have accessories. If you've been on YouTube binge watching Tesla content, you'll realize that Tesla accessories are always a hot topic, and there's a good reason why. The most important is protection. Your Tesla is not a cheap purchase, and if you're like me, you want to protect your purchase for as long as you can. And you can do it by getting some simple accessories to protect your car. These include floor mats, a screen protector, center console wraps, cup holder inserts, mud flaps, and cargo protectors. Besides protection, as you may be used to driving a typical car, Teslas are completely different as they introduce a minimalistic approach, meaning a minimal amount of buttons and storage compartments, which is why you want to get things like a center console organizer tray, sunglasses holder, and a phone mount. There's also limited USB ports, so if you have anything that uses a regular USB cable, you won't be able to use it without an adapter, which is why a USB hub like this one can come in handy. You might also want to improve your driving comfort. For example, Tesla seats have fixed headrests, which can be uncomfortable for most people. You can fix this with comfortable headrests like these. And lastly, if you just want to stand out from every other Tesla, you can add cool upgrades like custom seat covers, LED strips, and carbon fiber parts like front and rear spoilers. There are thousands of Tesla accessories out there, and I recommend getting the necessities so you have everything ready on day one. If you watch my delivery day video, you'll see on the way to pick up my Tesla, I had the back seat full of accessories ready to put on before I even left the Tesla store. You can even see the phone mount installed as I'm driving home in my new Tesla. I'll leave some links to my must-have accessories, but you can get everything I mentioned and more at accessoriesfortesla.com. Before we move on, I quickly just want to tell you about our sponsor, Recurrent. Recurrent makes it easy to track your battery's health with free monthly battery performance reports to give you confidence when buying and owning electric cars, making EV performance, value, and range over time more transparent. The EV owner insights allow you to compare your daily battery data to that of thousands of similar vehicles, and after authenticating just once, you receive a free updated report every month. Range scores are created with EV shoppers in mind. They're designed to give you a snapshot of the current expected range compared to what it was when the vehicle was new, giving you confidence when shopping for a used EV. Recurrent reports are like Carfax reports, but for EVs. This report can also be good to use when selling your EV, providing the buyer with data to show that your car has a good battery. Now, I do want to mention that the reports are not complete solutions to battery health, as they do not include features the average car buyer does not have access to, like chemical testing and onboard devices. Sign up for Recurrent today and get your free report with the link down in the description. The next thing I recommend you do is join the online Tesla community, where you can introduce yourself to other members and discuss all things Tesla. You can join forums like the Tesla Motors Club and Tesla Owners Online. These communities aim to solve the needs of the community by providing tools that facilitate communication, sharing of information, and exchanges so you can get help to answer your questions, solve problems, and get tips and recommendations from actual Tesla owners. Besides these communities, I would recommend joining the Tesla Motors Reddit and Tesla Facebook group in your state or area. This is one of the first things I did before receiving my Tesla, and I've met so many amazing owners, got lots of friendly help, and even was able to network and make some business partnerships. These groups are always welcoming, no matter if you're a newbie or a seasoned Tesla owner, which helps make things easier for you. Before you pick up your Tesla, you want to at least get familiar with how the car works and drives before driving it off the lot. As I mentioned before, driving a Tesla is different from driving a normal car. For example, there are barely any physical buttons, and if you're getting a Model 3 or Y, there is no instrument cluster. Everything is controlled using the 15-inch infotainment screen in the center of the car, with only some physical buttons to open your windows or use turning signals. In addition to this, Teslas use something called regenerative braking, which slows down the car, putting energy back into the battery once you take your foot off the accelerator. This is one of the most surprising features that most people do not like at first, but the good news is it only takes a few minutes or days of driving just to get used to it. So be prepared for that. And lastly, you'll need to remember it's an electric car, which means you won't be visiting any gas stations anymore. So I hope you paid attention to tip number 2 in this video. Oh, and another thing is there is no traditional car key. You'll get a key card key, but you'll most likely be unlocking your car using your mobile phone, so get used to that as well. This is probably one of the most important things on this list. Getting your Tesla delivered is an extremely fast and straightforward process. You'll go into the Tesla store on your delivery date, your car will be outside, you'll sign the remaining documents, you'll be given your car keys, and you'll leave. Tesla delivers over 2,500 cars per day worldwide. When you get to Tesla, you'll see many other people picking up their cars during the same time. To keep things moving for everyone, Tesla wants people in and out as fast as possible. The problem is, you'll be so excited and ready to get going that you won't have any time to inspect the car before taking off. And because it's a completely different car than what you're used to, you probably won't even know what to look for. Teslas are great cars, but are known for having some production issues, mainly with paint, panel fittings, and sometimes even things missing like USB ports. If you accept delivery without inspecting your Tesla, that's it. You accept the car as is, and if you find anything wrong with it afterward, you're pretty much out of luck. So it's extremely important to fully inspect your Tesla before leaving the store. Luckily, I've made it easy for you by creating a downloadable checklist to bring with you on delivery day. It will tell you exactly what to look for and how to fully inspect the exterior and the interior in a timely fashion. In addition to the downloadable checklist, I also made a full video right here, which I highly recommend checking out so you can see everything as well. I'll leave both links in the description below. The checklist was my last tip, but I wanted to recommend one more thing, and that is considering having your Tesla paint protected with PPF. If you aren't familiar with paint protection film, it's a clear layer of film that goes on your car and protects it from road debris, scratches, and things like door dings. The cool thing about it is that it's self-healing, so if you scratch or ding the car, the blemish will instantly heal itself, appearing as it's never happened. I recommend this because Teslas aren't known to have the best layers of paint, which means they can get easily ruined by simple road debris and door dings. Adding PPF protects you from all of this, and get this, it lasts up to 10 years without peeling, yellowing, or bubbling. I scheduled an appointment to get PPF on my Tesla as soon as I bought it home and can say it was the best decision I've ever made, as I've been on multiple road trips since 2021 and the car looks brand new. You can check out my video on that here. So before you pick up your Tesla, I would try to schedule an appointment with a PPF installer the day of your pickup. Or if you're handy, you can buy the film and install it on your own. Either way, it's something you definitely need if you want your Tesla to look brand new for years to come. And that's it. I know this was a lengthy video, but hopefully it was helpful and gets you prepared for your Tesla delivery. If you're here because you made an order on your Tesla, I just want to say congratulations and welcome to the family. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for much more helpful videos like this. Until next time, peace.